Alright, hello everyone, my name is Speedy, welcome to Not So Speedruns, and we are here with our Wandering Gods one-shot campaigns, here, playing some D&D 5e. We are joined by our illustrious cast today of guests. Say hi everyone.
Hello!
Hi.
Hi.
Let's go ahead and start. Everyone go around, tell me how you're feeling tonight. Let's start. Our wonderful DM tonight is Arrow Odd, aka RPG Home Brewery. How are you doing tonight? You excited?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm not nervous at all.
I don't know how to play this, so I'm pretty nervous.
We're I mean, we've got some noobs here today, and we've got some more experienced people here as well. So, V, I really appreciate the fact that you are basically just a squid hat at this point.
Thank you.
Let's before we start, I just want to go ahead and introduce everything. This is a one-shot series that we do every single week on Sundays. We have this open to guests, whether it be people who are new and also people who are streamers, or whether you're experienced in D&D or not. It's a really good time. I like to kind of mix things up with the variety of people who come out here so that we have a good mix of experience and inexperience. So if you guys at all are interested in doing a one-shot on Twitch, I put the link in chat. You can sign up there. It's a really fun time. Otherwise, let's go ahead and start by going around to our cast and having us introduce your characters. Let's start all the way on the right with Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira, and today I am playing Rosalinda. She's a half-elf bard. She has a very, very torturous past. I won't get into much of it, though, because it'll be revealed depending or not how the game goes. But she's a bit reserved, quite a bit reserved. She's very scared to open up to people and to want to get close to people, so it's probably going to be a little bit rough for her for the first little while with this group of people. But I'm sure at the end things are going to get a little bit better for her.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see if how much her character can progress during the course of this one shot. Should be interesting. Next up, Synced. Tell us about who you're playing today.
I am Ulberich, a dwarf sailor. Yes, I know, that's a big clusterfuck. But I decided to make it that. He has a very, very fucked up past as well. He was basically kicked out of his own home and was raised by wolves. I won't say anything more, but there you go.
Went from being raised by wolves to sailing the high seas.
Yep.
As you do, as a orphan dwarf. It happens to the best of us.
It's relatable. Come on, guys.
Hashtag relatable teens. All right, next up, V. Tell us who you're going to be playing tonight.
So I will be playing the Halfling Ranger. His past is kind of also a little messed up, but he doesn't mind his past. His parents sold him to what they thought was an honorable merchant who turned out to be one of the best thieves in the land. And this thief used the small halfling to get into places that he couldn't. And the halfling picked up some traits. Well, stick with that.
Nice. Yeah, you've got some sneaky halfling things going on there. Cool. And my character is Hamish. He's a rock gnome sailor. He doesn't have as tragic of a backstory. He just was feeling confined by the home of his cave and wanted to go out and explore something bigger. And he was always obsessed with the idea of making maps. So he's a cartographer with a specialty in drawing maps for the seas. And one day while he was out on the seas with a pirate crew, he encountered an island that was on no known maps that he had. While there, he found himself passed out, and when he awoke, he had tattoos on his body, an old tome on his chest, and the mind of Cthulhu inhabiting his own. And so he has warlock magical powers through that. And as a result, he's no longer a huge fan of sailing the seas, but we'll see where this adventure takes him. And so with that is the characters. That's who we're going to be playing today. Before we actually start, I just want to give one more reminder to everyone watching right now. There are a few ways you can interact with this game. So those of you who follow, if you're new here, when you hit that follow button, all you have to do is go ahead and whisper me one character of your choice or the DM to give inspiration to, 1d4 of inspiration. They can add that to any of their action rolls. Additionally, a $5 donation or a $4 subscription on GameWisp will get you a natural 20 or natural 1 for any of the players or the DM of your choice. So keep that in mind as you watch here tonight. Donations by no means necessary, but always appreciated. Let's turn things over now to Arrow, our DM. Tell us, where are we now?
All right. So our adventure is going to begin in a town called Muckwallow, it's a ramshackle trade city on the eastern shore of a place called Mossley Bog. Muckwallow is populated by races and classes of all types. Everybody comes in here from the seas, on and off boats. You'll see people of all kinds, all classes, poor people, rich people, all over the place. Open-fronted shops are selling wares of all kinds, and boats carrying loads of precious goods and cargo are always pulling in and out of the ports. There is a wide stone bridge that leads out of town into Mossley Bog. The bog is a dreary area of swampland. It is cold, it is misty, it is not a pleasant place to be. The roads that cross the bog are muddy and treacherous. Predators lurk beneath the surface of every pool and skulk behind every bush. Muckwallow is currently celebrating its 400th anniversary. It's been here for a long time. They are very pleased with their crappy little town. Strings of paper lanterns are crisscrossing the streets. Over all the open-air vendor stalls, there is sounds of celebration everywhere, and the smell of food is wafting through the air. We are going to meet you guys outside of the Wandering Gods Tavern. Now, here's a question. Have you guys adventured together before? Is this your first time meeting?
So Alberich and I believe, have definitely met before. Or was it Rubrics?
No, it was me.
Okay, yeah, Alberich and Hamish have definitely met before. We traveled on the same ship.
Okay.
And so we've known each other for a good while, and have some sort of respect for each other.
Yeah.
And the other two don't know this, but I was also on one of those ships. They didn't know I was there. I was riding along.
He was like that one person that nobody knows about.
Yeah,
no, I wasn't supposed to be on the ship.
Yeah, we might have seen you skulking around or something, but never enough to really see or know you or catch you, probably.
You've probably never met Roz before.
Yeah.
She was probably like a passenger on a ship, but never like part of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll say that you guys have all come in together on the same ship. Some of you know each other, some of you don't. Some of you were hiding in the hull like a creep. So you've just come in. You're tired, covered from the muck and the mud of the road, and you've come into this town, which is in the midst of its celebration. Albrecht and Hamish, we'll start with you at the Wandering Gods Tavern. A redheaded man comes over to your table carrying a tray of bogwheat ale. It's a local beer that they brew in the vicinity. It's sort of thin and watery. It has a very peaty taste to it. They're very proud of it. It may not be the most exceptionally good thing that you've ever come across.
Sure. This is an interesting drink you've got here.
Simon will say, I'm going to subject you to my god-awful Irish accent. Well, we're very proud of it. We make it here, right here in town.
I can tell. Yeah, it's not something that I've seen exported before.
Yeah, we try to keep it to ourselves. We don't want it getting out and about. It makes it less special.
I'm sure that must be hard for you.
All right. So, Rosalinda, what brings you into town?
Rosalinda likes to be around celebrations, though she kind of stays with herself. She likes to see the positivity that surrounds them.
Okay.
So she's here to definitely check out the celebration. Let's say she comes into the tavern for a drink. She didn't had a very rough night. Didn't sleep.
All right, so you approach the tavern, and outside there's sort of the front of it is opened up. There's tables out front and benches to sit along, sort of an outside bar. As you approach, you see a dwarf and a rock gnome sitting there and trying to enjoy this god-awful local beer.
I'm not going to sit with them, but I'll sit at a table like next to them.
All right. That's what I'd do too if I came up. All right. And now, V, what was your halfling's name?
Rubrics.
What was it?
Rubrics.
Rubrics. That's right.
He has a fascination with cubes.
I should have fit in more cubes. I had a feeling. All right, Rubrics. What are you getting up to? What brings you to us?
I still wait on a ship to come to this town because I knew it was going to be a big celebration. I had heard it on the ship. And with big celebrations comes a lot of tourists and a lot of good chances to take things. So I'm sitting outside at the bar looking at prospects, pretty much.
All right. As I'd mentioned, this town is stuffed full of people. I mean, there are people in fancy dress. There are sailors, piratey types who are just rough and rugged. They're selling all kinds of things in this town. Money is just overflowing along with the beer and celebration.
Yes. So looking at the rich people, seeing how I'm going to walk by them and take their purse.
For a shitty town, they're rich.
Happens a lot that way.
True.
Yeah, I mean, with the celebration, there's more people about than normal.
Absolutely. There is something going on in every corner. There's music playing, little roving bands of bards all over the place.
Yeah.
Were you two saying that in game?
No. But I will say that Hamish is kind of looking out. One of you is echoing, by the way. I don't know. Is anyone not wearing headphones?
I'm wearing headphones.
No. Nah, I'm wearing headphones.
Test.
I think
That's
it's.
Let me try to mute myself.
Test.
Test.
It wasn't you. No.
Hello. Hi there.
I think it's you.
Me?
Yeah, it's you. Yeah. Make sure you're not doing anything from your speakers or turn down your headphone volume or just mute yourself when you're not talking, I guess. Sorry about that. But Hamish, I imagine, is probably looking at Rosalinda with a bit of curiosity. He's a, he's a gnome. He's a bit smaller than her half-elf figure, but she definitely looks out of place in a place like this. So I feel like Hamish would probably walk over to her and say, "So what brings you to a place like this?"
Should we? Oh my gosh, the mic.
Yeah, what is that? It got really loud for a second.
Is someone vacuuming?
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like, yeah. I think
Yeah. If you can just mute your mic whenever you're not talking, I guess.
No, that vacuuming sound came when I muted my mic.
Oh, well, don't mute the mic, mute Zoom. But yeah, so I
Okay.
walked up to her and said that.
Sorry, can you? I totally forgot what you said. You don't have to say it in the accent, but
So what brings you to a place like this?
oh, well, I really like these celebrations of sorts. They're different.
Hey, different. That's a good way of putting it. It's a welcome escape for me from the seas. I've had some troubles there as of late.
I'm not really one to sail much. The journey here was a bit rough.
Albridge decides to come over to Hamrich, I guess. Hamish, and say, "Oh, you're being such a kiss ass, aren't you?"
Would you mind? You're not much of a wingman, are you?
That's how you love me, you know.
What about you? What brings you here?
Well, we've just been sailing, had a delivery here, and well, I'm happy to get off the ship. See a celebration. The nightmares at sea keep me up.
You have them too. Well,
You have nightmares, you say?
you've got.
Do you have the great old one in your mind as well?
Well, there's a pickup line.
No. It's all right. It's not much. It's just occasional.
Albridge drinks a bunch of bog beer. Well, if you drink this beer, you won't have any nightmares.
I don't think a drink of any
I
sort
come
will get rid
walking
of these
over just
dreams.
in the middle of everything and be like, "Yeah, I don't drink that crap. Have a shot of this." And hand her a glass of whiskey.
Can I like waft it and like see if I recognize the smell at all?
Sure, I can give you the name of it. You've smelled this before. It was a whiskey that you know to be called Corpse Reviver Number 9.
Whoa.
Corpse Reviver number 9.
Yeah, it's a very potent whiskey.
Whew. That one's a doozy. Why do you have that?
Well, you said you had nightmares. I find this is the best treatment for that.
You're trying to put her to sleep? It's still pretty early in the day.
Is it? I haven't gone to sleep yet.
Yeah, early mid-afternoon.
Albert takes the whiskey from Rubrix and takes a sip of it. Oh, that shit's good.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean you can take things from me.
Albridge pats Rubrix on the head. It's okay, laddie. You'll learn soon.
As I walk by him, do I see his purse?
Sorry, I forgot I was the DM for a second. Used to play in a what? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, is it just where is your purse? Is it just hanging off your belt? Where do you
Just hanging off my belt.
All right. Yeah, why not?
Sleight of hand.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
What would I roll there?
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
which is, I'm sorry.
It's near the
It's a
bottom.
dex check.
I roll 1d20 though, right?
Right. Well, plus if you have a bonus to it. All
I
right,
do. 13
okay.
plus 7.
All right. All right, and who are you swiping from here?
That would be Saint Albrecht.
Albrecht. All right, Albrecht, give me a perception check if you would, please.
Nope, he's been drinking.
I've been drinking. I think I'm a little bit drunk.
All right, we'll give you a disadvantage since you've been hammering back booze.
And once I start drinking, I can't stop. That's what Hamage is for, to help me stop drinking.
So he's your sponsor, is what you're saying.
Yep.
So
Yeah, do we have a perception check? Or a perception? Yeah.
Sync, you need a roll there.
you're muted, I think.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. What dice do I roll?
D20.
So if you go to your character sheet and roll 20, you can just click on the word perception, and it'll roll for you.
Oh, okay. Where's that? Perception. There it is.
Okay, so no, you don't notice this at all.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'll just have you guys fight each other in this marketplace for the next 3 hours.
Oh, no. I don't plan on spinning it. Once he learns some respect, he can earn his gold back.
I'm
Alright, so
sorry
he
for these lads coming over and bothering you. Did I catch your name? I'm sorry.
My name is Roslinda.
Roslinda, that's a lovely name. Hamish, it's a pleasure.
My name's Albrecht.
I didn't ask, but okay.
I jump up on the stool. I'm Rubrix. How are y'all doing? Would you like to play some die? And I pull out a set of dice.
No. Not at all.
Albrecht looks at Rubrix. Trying to be tall for your own size, eh?
Oh, tall is a sense of heart, not the size you are. And I would say my heart is a wee bit larger than yours.
Just out of curiosity, how tall is everyone here?
Alright, hold up.
I am 3'7".
All right.
I am 5'5".
I'm 5'5".
Wait. Albert, you're 5'5"?
Yep.
Seems a bit tall.
Hey,
He's on the taller spectrum.
I got lucky.
Fair enough. Hamish is 4 feet flat.
We're a very short group.
Yeah. I was expecting the half elf to be taller than all of us, but apparently we have a very tall dwarf and a short half elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
That's
are a
kinda
lot
funny.
of shelves in this adventure. You guys are going to have a really hard time.
Hamish is gonna turn to the bartender and say, "Another round, please." And tell us, anything interesting been going around town with this festival and all?
It's, your average sort of events. We've got games. We've got foods of all kinds. There's vendors coming through all over the place. Because we've had some troubles from out in the bog, but that's to be expected.
Albrecht turns to the bartender and says, "What kind of games?"
Oh, we've got drinking games. We've got games of skill, games of chance. I'm sure it was down the axe throwing competition earlier.
Alberich cuts the bartender off. Drinking games?
Albert,
Yeah,
you know what happened last time.
Yeah, friend, we can have some drinking games of our own. I hand the bartender some gold, not out of my purse, and buy the next 2 rounds.
Jesus.
We're all just gonna get super. All right, drunk quest. Let's go.
I'll never get you guys out of the tavern. Like, yeah, so they all died of alcohol poisoning.
TPK.
The end. Simon says, "Will you be having more of our bogwheat ale, or would you like something a little different?"
Something
you have
something
drinkable,
different.
please.
Something different, definitely.
Something that doesn't taste just like the bog.
Hey,
Or smells like the place it comes from.
our brewers work really hard on this. I'm sure they do their best. We've got wines, we've got spirits. I could bring you some of our brew kettle black ale, which is a fine dwarven ale.
I have her smell my whiskey and I say I want more.
Hey, I can certainly bring you that.
So Alberich is dwarven. Does he know the black ale?
Yeah, it's amongst the dwarven community. It's fairly well known. It's a dwarven brew which has I can't think of the word that I want. The blacker gemstones like onyxes and such ground up and finely mixed in with the ale.
Alberich looks at the bartenders like, "Give me some of the black ale. I haven't had this in years."
I'll be bringing that right up to you. Are any of you hungry? We've got food.
Are we hungry?
Are you asking me?
That's up to us.
So you've come in off.
We've eaten already. You mentioned some trouble down by the bog.
Yeah, we've been having raids from the bullywugs that live out in the bogs. They've been coming in and raiding supplies for weeks now. I don't know if it's just because of the festival or if, but they seem more active than usual.
Alberich whispers to Hamish, "What are bullywugs?"
Hamish will turn to Simon the bartender and say, "What are bullywugs?"
There's these nasty little frogmen. Giant. Yeah, they look like bullfrogs if they were up walking about.
I've seen
Interesting.
before. They've been haunting my nightmares for a while now.
There's a lot of that going around this town.
Alberich looks at Hamish. You're such a wuss.
Listen, you don't have the god Cthulhu riding around in your brain, all right? You can talk later.
But were you an orphan and raised by wolves? No, you weren't.
I'm sorry. My
we
family
stop?
is living happily off somewhere else.
Roz is
Retired.
gonna like slam her hand on the table because she's been getting like increasingly irritated.
I can't
we
imagine
shut
why.
up? I'd like some wine, please.
Simon laughs. He says, "Of course, my dear. I could bring you a very fine elderberry wine."
Sure.
Alberich whispers to Hamish, "She's a feisty one, isn't she?"
Hey, I like it. You don't hear this.
No.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there still looking at prospects.
All right, so you guys are sitting there, or Simon brings the drinks over, so you're sitting there having your drinks as the festival goes on around you. There's a lot of cheering.
So you guys want to go and see about getting some money? if anybody's interested.
Getting some money how?
Well, they say there's problems in the bogs, and whenever there's problems, there's opportunities to make money.
Suppose that's true.
Hey, man.
I am interested in these troubles, but not for coin.
Allbridge looks at Rubrics. I'll slash him with my big sword and unsheath the sword.
Put that
Jesus,
away.
boy, put it away. You're in a bar.
Not even in the bar, you're out on the street. There's laws in this town. It may not look like it, but there are.
Allbridge sheathes his sword. I was just showing you how big it was. Jeez.
Save that for
Somebody
tonight.
is compensating.
I quit. As you're sitting here drinking your drinks and debating the size of your swords, there's a great deal of chaos, the sounds of chaos coming from down the way a bit. People are starting to scream and scramble.
Allbridge looks at Hamish. Was it because I unsheathed my sword?
Are they running from us? No, they're not.
Probably not.
Not fair enough.
I have suspicion we might want to go check it out, though. Roslinda, my darling, would you mind coming with us? It seems like you might have some stake in this as well. If they've been haunting my nightmares, then perhaps there's some connection.
As people are running towards us, do I see any easy purses to snatch?
Wow.
You are dedicated to
Priorities.
your cause.
I need money. There's reasons.
I think the bar's hiring if you want to be, if you'd like to earn an honest coin. Yeah, as people are running by, they're not really paying attention to what you lot are doing. They're just scrambling to get away.
Well then.
Well,
You can roll. It's a sleight of hand check for that,
Right.
probably. So if you
Yeah.
click on that in your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I see.
There you go.
Roz is going to respond and say, well, I severely doubt that our dreams have any connection, but I'll come anyways.
So yeah, I rolled a 20.
Allbridge looks at Rosalina. Oh, that's the spirit.
All right, you rolled a natural 20, so as a particularly obese old man in fineries is running by, and you just snap his purse right off his belt without him even noticing. It was surgical in its precision.
Nice. That's not a nat 20, but it is a 20. He has a plus 7 in that.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm reading it wrong. That's good enough anyway. He's not paying attention, and it won't.
Yeah.
All right, as this is going on, there's a loud crash from a building, 2 or 3 buildings down the street. As you look, there is a man who has been thrown out the window. He tumbles onto the ground, and with him tumble 2 of the bullywugs. If you would like to give me a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah.
All of us? Okay. Oh, shit.
Rip. Rip.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yikes!
All right, 2 out of the 4 of you don't notice the frogmen tearing up the streets. Okay, now,
Okay, so I notice it?
yeah, you notice what you see is the 2 frogmen, but they appear to be very gaunt. They're very thin and kind of sickly looking.
Can I point them out to everyone else, or is that not allowed?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Hey guys, watch out. I
He,
say that as I jump
oh.
up. Or go ahead.
Allbridge looks at Speedy and Kier. What are you guys, fucking blind? See those 2 bully mugs right there?
I
Thought you didn't know what a
immediately.
bullywog was.
If you could you describe
up.
the area that we're around? Like, would I be able to start a running jump up onto a ledge and get onto the roof? I am very athletic.
Yeah, there are tables and open stalls and everything like that out in the streets, like a big bazaar.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do an acrobatics check, there we go.
I did. So yeah, I'm gonna get on the nearest roof and pull out my crossbow.
All right. Up above the building that they just crashed out of, there is a little landing, so
Okay.
you can hop your way up there if you'd like.
Boop.
I'm going to. Are the bollywogs like still attacking people?
The Bollywogs aren't really attacking people; they're just grabbing whatever supplies that they can. As this is going on, you'll notice that more Bollywogs are coming out from in between the twisted streets, and they are just grabbing whatever they can: food, bottles of wine, any kind of supplies that they can get their little frog hands on.
So they're not trying to really kill anybody. They're just trying to grab supplies.
Yeah, they're not necessarily attacking anyone who, if no one is attacking them.
Okay. Albridge unsheathes his sword. They're taking all the supplies from the town.
Well, only one way to stop them. I'm gonna run up to one of these bollywogs. Or I guess, or if we need to roll initiative in order to
Yeah,
attack
if
them.
you want to go ahead and roll initiative. that'd
Yeah,
be
I'm
fine.
gonna let's go at it then.
Oh dear.
Okay, so everyone, initiative is on your character sheet in the top middle.
Damn.
Damn, rubric snap 20. All right. So rubrics, you get to go first, I guess, or unless a Bollywog rolls higher.
Yeah, let me. Sorry, I was straightening out the initiative in my head here. Building dramatic tension. All right. No, the Bollywogs are terrible at paying attention. So, rubrics, if you want to go first.
Well, quick question. I get a second attack. Am I able to load my crossbow and fire it for that second attack?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Seeing both of them, I am going to take an aim at the first one I see, the closest one to me.
Okay, they're both within essentially the same area that they were in before. They're just grabbing stuff from that the vendor that's beneath the landing that you're on.
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot one of them.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right, that does hit one of them. It pierces them through the shoulder. He's still up, but he's not happy.
Okay, I'm going to take another shot at him.
Okay, good. That one misses him.
Okay.
So that would leave us with. Let's see.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm going to. How many of these bollywogs are there around?
Right near you guys, there are two of them, but they are starting to kind of wade through the town. This is obviously a raid.
Okay. I'm going to try and throw a net onto one of them.
Okay.
And it's nat one. Woo! What a start. That's two nat ones so far today. Just for me.
Yeah. In the midst of the excitement, you kind of get wrapped up in your own net, and you're not able to to tangle one up yet, or this one.
Rosalinda, don't look. She's just gonna like look at you really confused, like, how the fuck?
I thought it would help.
Albridge looks at Hamish. Oh, he does that easily, all the time.
All right,
Don't be
Rosalinda,
spending
it
nice.
Rosalinda, it's your turn if you'd like to take an action.
How many feet away from them are we, roughly?
Let's see. You guys ran up in your last turn. I'll say you're within 20 feet.
Okay. Then I am going to cast Fear in their direction. It's a 30-foot cone.
Okay.
They must succeed a Wisdom saving throw. The DC is 15. And if they fail, they drop whatever they're holding and become frightened.
All right.
So I kind of just want to like walk up to it and just like start emitting like this really terrifying aura, which then turns into the creature's worst fear. So whatever their worst fear is, is what they see.
I'm not sure what frogs are afraid of. Big alligators, I guess.
Owls.
Yeah, hawks, I guess. A lot of bird of prey issues with frog people. Most people don't know that. All right, so let's get there rolling.
So does that end her turn, or?
Yes.
Is that a full round? Okay. You said the DC's 15?
15, yeah.
Unfortunately, they both beat your the save, or they make the save.
All right. That's my turn. I tried.
Good effort.
Okay, how many are there? There's like two next.
There's two right in front of you guys, and there are other ones just kind of rampaging through the town. They're grabbing what they can, and then they're running back out of the town.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to them to so I can hit them with my greatsword. I'm gonna hit one of them.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit the other one because I have an extra attack.
Okay.
So, hold on. There's one.
All right, your first attack hits.
And the other one.
That also hits.
All right. So,
First one will just do 6 damage.
Right.
The 8 is there if he had the advantage and got the 25. But
I gotcha. Okay. All right. So the first bullywug you hit, you just slice in half. It's like a high school biology class in here. The second one is very badly wounded, but is still standing. He's kind of giving you a look like he's extremely sick looking, and he can't believe you just whacked him with a greatsword.
All right, that's it for my turn.
All right, and I think I was everybody. Everybody went, did they?
Yeah.
All right.
Here is a nat 20 for Kira. D.
The bullywog that you badly wounded is going to try and escape. He's still holding on to a couple of items that he was able to steal from this vendor. He's trying to protect them and trying to get away, but he's pretty badly damaged, so he's limping. However, frogmen limp.
Okay, so is it Frog's turn, or are we back top of the round?
Well, that was his turn. He's trying to get out of your area and away from you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that give anybody an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, there's still attack of opportunity in 5e, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if he's trying to leave the area, so if you want to make it an attack of opportunity, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't get one, do I? I don't think so.
No,
Attack.
it's only if it's like in melee range of you.
Right.
Oh, if it's in melee range?
Yeah,
That would be
and it tries running away.
I'm going to attempt to slash him with my greatsword again.
Okay, good. Ah, that'll do it. Yeah, you slash him and he just comes apart.
Nothing the rest of us did mattered.
No, that was it. You guys are making a great first impression.
Hamish kind of pathetically untangles himself from the net and is like, I swear he snuck up on me. Did you see the other one? It just went the other way. He threw a net. I don't know where it came from.
Ulbridge looks at Hamish. Excuses. Ulbridge looks at his sword. Gah! This looks like absolute shit.
It's got quite a bit of frog guts and sadness on it.
You're doing front flip off the ledge and land in between them. What took you so long?
Wait, what? You're a bit quiet. Okay. So I'm gonna go over to those bollywogs. I'm gonna try and look at them and see if I can tell if they were sick or possessed or something.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
That's
good.
a little better.
Okay, I said I was doing a front flip off the ledge and landing in between all of them.
Ulbridge. Okay, so Ulbridge looks at Rubrics. Did you see what I was doing there, Lottie? I did more than you did.
You just swung a heavy sword and got lucky you hit something.
Ulbridge looks at Rubrics. Hey, size matters.
Sure it does. Looking a little bit light there, if you ask me.
Boys, calm down.
All right, so you wanted to check out the two bullywugs that you guys had slaughtered. All right, if you want to go up and give me a medicine check or just a straight wisdom check to see if you can tell what's going on with these things.
How about nature?
Yeah, we can do that.
Could we do insight?
Cool. I have a +5 for that. Wait, sorry, I just rolled it twice. It's a 20 either way. Not nat,
right.
but
Right.
What does the second one mean, by the way?
The second one is if you have advantage or disadvantage. If you have advantage, you take the highest one. If you have disadvantage, you take the lowest of the two.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just so you don't have to roll it twice.
Can I take insight for that?
I mean, I already rolled it.
Oh,
A 20.
okay.
Yeah. If you check them out, it doesn't look like they're diseased in any way, but it looks like they are extremely starved.
They're just hungry.
Yeah, you guys just killed a bunch of starving frogmen.
Why would these frogmen be starving?
Maybe they don't get enough supplies. I say we go and try to find their base and see if there's something we can do to help them to stop these raids instead of just fighting them off. That might be easier.
You want to help the weird
Sounds
frog people?
crazy.
Yes,
Ulbridge.
if they're attacking us because they're hungry, which is what I am perceiving here, then I see no reason why we shouldn't go help them. That would also help these people. And I'm kind of seeing a double profit opportunity here.
You really can't even communicate.
The truth
with
comes
these.
out.
Ulbridge takes the net and tries to clean the sword with it. Those bastards were trying to attack the people and take supplies. I don't think we should help them.
Well,
Would you not attack people and take supplies if you were starving and had no choice?
There's other ways.
There
But-
is, but they look like simple-minded creatures.
gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat.
Ulbridge looks at Rosalina. You know she's right. Or he looks at Rubrics. You know she's right. You know.
I don't believe that.
As you guys are discussing, the other bullywugs are still grabbing stuff, and the whole lot of them are starting to rummage out of town.
They can go, that's fine.
Yeah, no, they're not really hurting anybody. A few of the town guards have killed a couple of them, but they still haven't really attacked anybody. It doesn't look like they'd have the strength to do it if they wanted to.
How many are there in total? Would you say?
There's a mess of them. There's probably a couple of dozen of them just kind of in the big wave.
As I'm looking around, I point out, as you see, they're going for supplies. They're not going for attacking. They don't care to hurt. They
They're
just
still
care to eat.
stealing. It's still wrong.
What are they stealing? Can we perceive what they're stealing?
Yeah, if you want to give me a perception check, or even if you just want to look at what these guys had grabbed, whatever is, either way is fine.
Either way. There you go.
All right. As you look around and you see what these two had on the ground with them, a lot of it is foodstuffs. Some of it is things like wine or beer, or the occasional random item. They might grab silks, they might grab weapons, but the majority of it seems to be food.
You see these food all around here? I really think these guys are just in need of help and not in need of killing.
Okay, but do you really think that if we approached them, we could just talk with them rationally and not them attack?
Maybe. We don't know if we can't try.
Albert sheaths his sword. I mean, we can't really talk to them, so how are we going to help them? Rosalina is right.
Rosalinda.
Oh, question.
Rosalina, sorry.
Actually, can the Bullywugs communicate? Do they speak any language?
I think they do. Hang on 1 second. I should have looked this up earlier, but yeah, they speak in kind of, as they're rummaging through the town, they're speaking in kind of a croaky toad language, but they are able to speak common.
They're able to speak common. Okay.
They can speak common.
They speak our language. They're able to reason. They're reasoning creatures. I said we go and try to make peace.
Whatever we're gonna do, I think we gotta get to the bog right quick. I mean, these things are not messing around with how they're attacking.
No, I say we start running towards the gate.
But Rubrics, how are we going to find their base?
Fund it? I'm saying we think of a way once we find out what the situation is. We don't come to them not knowing the full problem. We need to hear what's going on from their point of view.
All right.
Get a bit too rational.
You guys are really rational for adventurers.
There are frogmen looting the city right now, and you're just talking about talking to them.
Okay. Here's this. How about this? I take the net from Albrecht, and I'm like, let's go capture one and see if we can't find out what's going on here and why they're doing this.
Albert looks at Rubrics. Hey, I was using that.
I like to use your brain.
Let's just get this over with.
So do we see any frogmen?
Are they
Murlocs? I'm just going to
also?
call them Murlocs from now on. Do we see any Murlocs?
Can we say
near us?
Murlocs?
Yeah, bullywug is kind of an unpleasant thing to say. Yeah, they are considered humanoids. They're medium-sized humanoids.
Okay.
Is there anyone that looks like we might be able to capture, like anybody with their face deep into a treasure chest or something?
Sure. If you take a second to look around, there is a bullywug. It's slightly smaller than the other ones. It's not like a small creature, but it's tinier, and it's got its head half buried in a barrel of apples.
I look to Hamish because I think he's the biggest out of us. Are you?
No, Albert is.
Albert.
Okay. I look to Albert. You think you can capture that one? And I throw the net at him.
Don't get too hasty. I've got a better idea. I can. You've talked about reasoning with him. I'll give it a shot. I can get inside his mind if you want.
Okay. See if they're willing to talk about their problem.
So, I'm going to first cast Charm Person.
Okay.
On one of the Vollywogs, and then I'm going to try and communicate with it telepathically, which I can do because of my warlock traits.
All right.
So I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, yeah, you
Fails.
don't have much trouble with that.
So it now regards me as a friendly acquaintance. I'm gonna say it in its mind. What are you doing? Come on, you're causing all this trouble. Come talk to us. We want to help you.
The bullywug pops its head up out of the barrel, and it's got 3 or 4 apples sort of stuffed in its mouth and a couple in its hands. And it turns around and looks at you and sort of smiles with a big apple-y frog grin and hops over towards you.
Albert tries to speak to the bullywug. What are you doing here trying to steal everything?
The bullywog sort of, and it's in a gruff frog voice, which I can't bring myself to do. It it says we're hungry.
Do
We
you
need
not
to
have a
eat.
way? Do you not have a way of producing your own food?
You've got the bog usually. What brings you to town to steal now?
Because we aren't being fed. The stores are being locked away. I guess I can't do a
By
frog
who?
voice. Our king is keeping all the food. My people are starving.
Wow. Would you be willing to take us to your? Well, I should say, you guys want to go and see if we can't convince a king to feed his people?
Or we could just kill the king.
Albert,
I mean, I never said how we were going to convince the king.
Now that's an adventurer attitude right there.
Albert looks at everyone. I say we go and try to reason.
Would you be able to call your people away and get them from stop raiding and take us back to your village?
I can't control them. I'm not in charge.
But could you try?
Is
I
there
could
someone
try.
who is?
Horglash leads this raid.
Or
Where-
could you take us to him?
He's here.
Where can we find him?
Come with me. I will show you.
We'll follow him.
Well,
All right. He's still carrying as many apples as he can, and he kind of hops out of town towards the bridge.
Okay.
Do you guys follow along? I assume.
oh yes.
We follow
Okay.
along, yes.
Okay. He leads you out of town and towards the big stone bridge. As you approach, you see another bullywog sitting atop a giant frog. It's large size, just to give you a comparison. He's very grizzled looking. He's wearing kind of a makeshift wooden armor. He's got one eye. He's armed with a spear, and he's croaking out orders at the other bullywogs that are just running out of town and back into the bog.
Is his frog big? Like, is he big enough for me to kind of jump on the frog's head?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's large size, so it's big enough for you to jump on it if you'd like.
Alrighty, I'm gonna jump onto the frog's head and just ask him very, very nicely to stop attacking him, and we will, or stop attacking, and we will try to solve his problem.
All right.
Right.
I'm very small. I need to get up in your face for you to notice me.
That's true. All right. Give me an acrobatics check. All right. You run up and you are able to leap up onto the frog. The bullywog riding it is very surprised.
That's why I started talking immediately.
Okay. All right. What do you say to him?
Would you consider stopping your attack if I say we might be able to solve your problem? This is just a temporary solution, and eventually the villagers will get mad enough to wipe you out. You know this is true. We will have a permanent solution for you.
He scowls. He said, "Why would you help us?"
Why? Because we're tired of you attacking. We like peace. If we help you, that stops the attack. Everybody's happy.
You don't understand. Things are bad. The king has gone mad.
Kings go mad everywhere. There's always
Jeez.
one solution for it.
Albridge looks at what's the frog's name?
The frog on the frog.
Yes, the frog on the frog.
I didn't realize how complicated this would be until I started trying to say frog on the frog.
The frog on the dog. Frog on the
Just
frog.
say
and
the
dog
frog
and
on the toad. Call it a toad.
There we go. The frog and the toad. Well, the bullywug that brought you guys over, his name was Horglash. He'll introduce the frog on the toad as Swamp Riff.
The frog, Albridge looks at Swamp Rift. What do you mean the king's going mad?
Says he's holed himself up in his chamber. We just pile food in there, and he keeps it all for himself. He gives us only the scraps.
I'm gonna walk up to them and say, well, why don't you have an uprising? Get a new king who will take care of his people. I'm gonna try and persuade him.
Okay.
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Swamp Rift, you seem like a suitable replacement.
A 23.
All right. Go ahead.
Albridge looks at Swamp, whatever his name, Swamp. What is this? Swamp Riff? Yeah, Swamp Riff.
Yeah.
And says, "Here's the deal. If we overthrow your king, will you stop attacking us and trying to take our supplies?"
We just want enough to survive.
You'd have more food if you stopped feeding your king.
And the children and the other frogs. Because we don't enjoy this. We're just doing what we must. If you can help us, I will have my people leave.
We can help you, please.
Albridge says, "It's a deal then. And by the way, your king sounds like a fat bastard."
He goes, he's not starving like we are.
Clearly.
Albridge looks at Swamp Riff and says, "Where can we find the king?"
Because we have an underground lair out in the bogs. So I could take you there.
Please call off your attack and then take us there.
Swamp Riff lets out this grotesquely loud croak, and all of the other bullywogs sort of look up, and you can tell that it was a retreat signal. So they take what they have and they barrel out of town.
And I'm gonna look at what's his face and ask him how many people does he have to feed?
So we are many.
How many?
There are dozens of us.
Dozens, not hundreds?
No, it's not necessarily a large community.
Okay. How much would it be to buy bread for everybody in that community?
That is an excellent question. Let me come up with a number. So you just want to...
We just feed everyone.
Yeah, right. You win. What do you guys want to do for the next 2 hours? I guess we'll feed you.
Let's go back to the bar and have drinking games.
Yeah, right. You can get drunk with the frogmen. That might make for some interesting conversation.
Then die of alcohol poisoning.
Right. And again, you guys are dead. Another TPK. I've killed you guys twice in this adventure. So you just want to buy a whole bunch of food for all of these frogs to take with you, or?
Okay. How much?
Yeah, I just want to basically feed them all for a night.
How much gold do we have altogether?
You know what? I'll say that there's enough to feed these guys at least for the night in the purse that you swiped from that fat guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Albridge looks at Rubrix and just like, How do you have all that gold to feed all those people?
Well, I don't come from a poor job. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. You didn't have that when you walked into the bar.
I did. How did you know how much I had when I walked into the bar?
Can
Did you even see me walk into the bar? Have you been following me?
You've got a
Can
strange
I-
sense of morals there. I don't
Thank
think I
you.
got your name either.
I'm Rubrix.
Arrow,
Yes.
can I do a perception check to think about how he got it, or no?
I mean, he really has
Maybe
no
insight?
reason to.
I think you would have had to have done it probably then.
Yeah, you would have had to have noticed
Okay,
him
that's
swipe
fine.
it earlier. I'm not sure if you'd.
That's fine.
You can maybe do an insight to see if he's bluffing.
That's true.
But
Can I do
all,
an insight?
all I did say is I don't come from a poor job.
Actually, no,
I'm-
I'm not.
I'm not lying there.
Doesn't matter.
That is true. You're not technically lying. You're a thief, but not a liar. All right. Yeah. So you guys have enough gold that from the wonderful jobs that you do to gather up enough supplies if you'd like to do that.
I would like to. And just
All right.
out of game sync, I'm not using your money. I'm using the old rich guy's money that I
That's
stole.
fine. Question.
Yes.
I do have a cat on this adventure. So
A cat?
where? Yes, a cat.
Okay.
Where is he? For sake, should I say, my cat jumps up on my shoulder and starts nudging me? Something along those lines.
Sure.
Okay. So Shadow, I'm gonna actually explain this real quick. Shadow is my cat, and I wanted to put him in the game. So
Oh.
That's cute.
Shadow, Shadow jumps up on Albridge's shoulder and starts meowing at him. Albridge looks at him and says, "What do you want?"
Is your cat magic, or is this just a?
Just a cat. Just a cat.
Okay.
I wish it was magic, but it's not.
I just wanted to be sure. I'm like, should I role play the cat? Does it have a voice? Does it sound like a frog?
I wish my cat could speak. That'd be good.
Your cat is the missing
All right,
fifth
so-
player from this campaign.
Right.
It could be that.
Well, back in 3.5, a house cat could kill your average first level wizard, so it's not necessarily a bad thing to have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crunchy.
Yeah, so your cat jumps up and is nudging you and just kind of meowing at you in its cat-like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, let's get following them then.
All right, so you guys gather up a mess of various foods from the local vendors. We'll say that the large frog mount, toad mount, what have you, has saddlebags on it. You can just stuff it full of foods. You're not trying to drag a wagon through the swamps, as entertaining as that might be.
Excellent.
All right. Once you get that all prepared, the bullywug captain says that he will lead you out into the swamp, and he turns his toad mount and begins bounding out of town.
Well, let's go, lads. Nothing to do but follow.
I guess so.
Let's go kill this fucking king.
Jesus Christ. I think you missed the entire thing that we were planning to do. I mean, I'm not opposed, but like, just be consistent is all I ask for.
I would just like to say I'm riding on top of the mount right now.
Okay.
Albridge grumbles at Hamish. Fine, I'll try to reason with it.
You don't try to reason with anyone, okay? That's not what you do. Leave the reasoning to me and maybe Roslinda. but that is not your specialty.
Albert looks at him. So am I basically your bodyguards?
No, you
Yes.
idiot, you're mine.
You're a sword. I'm the arm.
None of you took a melee weapon.
I do have a dagger.
I have 2 daggers and a scimitar. And a net.
I've only got a crossbow.
And a net.
The net's like a melee weapon, if I only didn't get nat ones.
All right. So you guys start heading out of town on the muddy and just muggy road. He leads you out into the bogs, and as you go, the road sort of it sometimes drops into the swamp, so you're trekking through mud and brackish water. The water is cold and it has a very stagnant smell to it. A lot of bugs. The whole trip is pretty unpleasant, but for bullywogs, this is a great place to be. You travel on for say hour or so, and as you get further out into the swamps, you start to notice that the water that you are walking through is starting to burn your skin. It's not doing any damage mechanically, but it's definitely an irritant.
So it's cold, but it's freezing. It's burning you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like heat hot, but it's irritating your skin.
So is it like itchy?
Itchy. Have you ever been in a pool that had too much chlorine in it?
No.
Does it sting?
All right. Well, that was completely useless.
Does it sting a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The cold stings and bites. Yeah.
What is this dust, I ask?
What is
Oh.
what?
Like, what's in the air here?
That's not the air. It's the water.
Albert speaks to everyone. I'm freezing my balls off.
Oh, are we wading through water?
Yeah. There's different parts of it where you're not like up to your hips or anything, but you're
I'm
definitely.
riding on the toad. So am I getting wet?
Oh yeah, it's not really bothering you because you're up on the
Okay.
toad. You might get splashed a little bit, but it's the cold probably bothers you more than
Yeah.
the sting from the water.
Mm-hmm.
Water is strange. Can I ask one of these bollywogs if there's anything? Is there anything about this water that's different? It seems to sting as I walk.
The bullywug captain, he turns to you and he says, "Our lands are sick." He went Irish all of a sudden. He says that our plants are dying.
Why?
We don't know. It happened about the same time that the king went mad.
I feel like he's to blame for it.
Albridge looks at Swamp, whatever his name is. So there must be a tie between the king and all these plants dying.
There could be. We've been abandoned by much, and now the land is betraying us as well.
Can I roll a perception check and see if I can't connect the dots?
Between the water and the king, or what are you trying to figure out?
Yeah, between the water and the king. Just see if I'm like noticing anything.
As far as like, I'm not sure.
As
what you're
far
trying to
as like maybe there's a spell upon the land or something like that.
Oh, okay. That would probably be more of an Arcana check or possibly religion, depending on how you want to do it.
Okay, never mind.
I feel like Speedy's the one that should be able to do that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose with my knowledge from ancient readings. I guess I could try and check if I know anything. I don't.
Nope.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's Cthulhu.
I'd hope not.
I say we
Spoiled the
keep
whole
trudging
surprise.
through.
Allbridge looks at Hamish. Hasn't Cthulhu been dead for thousands of years?
I'd certainly wish that were the case, but no, he's around. I hear him sometimes. Definitely still kicking.
Allbridge looks at Hamish. What, does he tell you bedtime stories at night?
Something like that, for sure. Whew.
All right.
Not the kind that's easy to sleep to.
Right, as you go along, you start to notice that the grass in the swamps is brown and wilted. The water starts to burn a little bit more, but it's still not doing any significant like HP damage to you or anything. After a while, you come upon a massive black willow tree. Its branches are withered and its leaves are brown and brittle. In a humanoid skeleton is grown up into the tree. It looks like the tree grew around the skeleton. Two bullywug guards are standing on either side of this tree.
Two bullywug guards.
Yeah.
Is this where you live? That's the entrance to your underground hideout or whatever it is?
Yes, we live beneath the lands. The swamp rip, the bullywug captain will hop down off the toad and approach the two guards. You can hear them croaking to each other, and the two guards look a little bewildered by what's going on, but given that he's the captain, they just sort of stand aside. It takes a key from a pouch in his pocket and sticks it into the chest of the skeleton. There's a key, like a keyhole in the skeleton, and he twists the key, and the ground in front of the tree lowers down into a staircase.
Allbridge looks at Swamp Rift. Who is this that died here?
Because this skeleton has been here for many years. I never knew his name.
This is quite the feat of engineering you got here. I didn't know the Bullywugs were known for construction like this.
Oh, we didn't build this place. We just took it over.
From who?
It was abandoned when we found it.
Always a good sign.
Would Albert recognize if it's Dwarven?
You can give me a, let's see. How about an insight check?
I can do that for you. I mean, never mind. You don't want mine.
No, you've never seen a dwarf before.
It's a dwarf.
Now, does anybody else want to give it a go?
I guess maybe I'll see if it looks like it's an elven ruin at all.
Sure.
Elves underground. Aren't elves.
If I could give it a history check.
Yeah, if you want to give it a history check, you might know something
Very cool.
about the area.
I've got a +8 to that, so 22.
Ooh.
Here we go. That's a little better. All right. From what you've heard about this area, it is an underground. It was possibly once a temple to a god that's been long forgotten. The skeleton in the tree at one point was in the past a cleric who had died in these swamps outside of his temple, and the tree grew up around him.
I say to Swamp Rift, you know, this place used to be a temple of an old forgotten god. It's... I shouldn't need to tell you that that's not a good idea to take up residence in. I know all too well.
Just because you had a god move into your head.
Albridge. Oh, never mind. Actually.
Can I use detect magic around the entrance?
Sure.
It's a spell of mine. How would I cast that?
You just did. Doesn't require any rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, you just cast the spell. You cast detect magic, and there is sort of a low level aura of magic around this area, but it's not necessarily a like there's no magical protections on this, on the opening of this. It's just an engineering feat.
Okay. But I do sense a kind of like a magical aura around.
Yeah, from the bog itself almost gives off a low-level magic aura.
Okie dokie.
Can he tell if it's dark magic?
Yeah, could I tell what type of magic
You
it
get
is?
to learn the school of magic, which isn't really the like a who cast it kind of thing, whether it's good or evil. But
right. Yeah, it's almost just like the area itself is giving off a layer of magic.
Into the temple.
Yeah. Let's go deeper.
All right. You go down the steps, which are just about 5 foot down, and it opens out into hallways are about 10 foot by 10 foot. There are it's very damp, and it smells of algae and stagnant water. There's a dim light from bioluminescent plants that grow along the walls. Yeah, if you want to give me a perception check, everybody.
Wow, I'm good at perception.
Well, you're very excited. That's.
I'm just amazed by the glowing plants. I don't perceive anything.
Right. All right. So. All right. Six. You're at least able to notice this. Looking at the walls, they're kind of a mud stone, but they seem to have acid scars on them.
Okay. Albridge tells everybody, have you guys seen what this wall has on it?
I look at the wall. What is that?
He looks at Rubrix. Those are acid scars, you dummy.
Something shooting acid, making tunnels.
Albridge looks at Swamp Rift. Can you explain to me why there are acid marks on the walls?
You're saying this is Swamp Rift, right?
Yeah, Swamp Rift, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were talking to each other. He goes, I can't tell you that. I don't know. They've been there for some time.
Before you inhabited this place?
They seem to have worsened, but I assumed it was from what was ever causing the water to foul these lands.
Do you have a historian among you, or somebody that is known in your history?
This is we have a cleric. He is quite aged and knowledgeable.
Could you take us to him?
I can. He should be here.
Albridge looks at Swamp Rift. Now, where can I find the greatest beer here?
We're busy.
We're here to
Albrecht.
overthrow a king, not drink.
Do you think they're gonna have better beer here than the bog water we got at the Wandering Gods?
Considering
This is
the
literal
water,
bog
I
water.
think they drink.
Albridge looks at Hamish. Well, you know, better safe than sorry. I mean,
Better safe than sorry. You're talking about drinking?
Albridge looks at Hamish. I don't know. I'm drunk.
Oh, great.
The bullywogs just sort of look at you guys cross-eyed, like they have no idea what is wrong with you people.
Cross-eyed.
Frogs can do that, just go all wonky-eyed.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right. He'll lead you down through a tunnel that goes on for about 60 feet. Feet. The Irish bartender screwed me up for all others speaking.
That's
for
a
the rest
real
of the
heavy
evening.
Scottish, really.
Yeah, that's
I'm terrible at Scottish. I'm trying my best here.
Sorry, I stroked out for a second. You come to a sort of a split in the tunnel. It goes off to the north and then off to the continues on straight to the west. The bullywogs lead you up into an open chamber that's about 50 foot by 50 foot, give or take. There are 3 stone steps that lead up to an altar. It's a bone altar. It's made of bones of all shapes and sizes, and it's surrounded by a lot of very meager offerings. This is where the cleric is. He's very elderly. He looks sick and weak. He's both of his eyes are completely white. He looks like he'd be blind, and he is praying at the altar to his frog god.
Can I do a perception check on the bones?
Sure.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to take out a loaf of bread from our toad thingamajigger.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at to the captain. I'm gonna say, distribute this food
Never
among
mind.
yourselves, not to your king.
So I don't notice the thing.
No.
Okay.
No, you don't. I mean, you can obviously see it, but whatever you were trying to perceive is lost on you.
Okay.
Swamp Riff will take the foods and he'll thank you for it. He says this will help my people greatly.
That is the intent. And I take the one loaf that I have and I start walking up towards the cleric.
Okay.
Albridge asks Swamp Riff if he knows the cleric's name.
The cleric's name is. So I look at my notes here. Hang on 1 second for me. The cleric's note is Bethegra.
Lefegra?
Bethegra.
Buffegra. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So I walk
Bethegra.
up. Yeah, or
Or
out
if
her
you
name.
want
I was gonna walk up because again, I'm very small. I like to get into people's faces.
to.
I
We're
walk
not
up.
trying
We're not trying to harass the man.
I walk up to him with the loaf of bread and I crack it in front of him and offer him half.
He sort of looks up and away. He's obviously blind, so he can't really tell what's going on. He says,
I have bread
She-
for you, sir. Would you like some?
Albridge looks at Rubrics. Can't you see he's blind, you dumb bastard?
Bethegra
No.
kind of he has a staff. It looks like it's a ceremonial staff, and he sort of half protects it with him, or protects himself with it, but he's very old and very weak, so it comes across as half-hearted. He says, "Who's there? What do you want from me?"
I'm here to help you. My name is Rubrics, and I have some bread if you're hungry.
Why are you bringing me food?
Well, your people were understandably attacking or raiding our supplies in town, and we figured we'd put a stop to it, but it's a lot of effort to kill y'all, so we'd rather do it, by solving your problem.
Albridge asked the cleric, "Do you know what these acid marks are on the wall?"
He,
That's a
Yeah.
very weird jump in the conversation.
Hey, it is what it is.
Butterfly.
He says, he goes, I don't know what you mean. I can't see them.
Oh yeah.
Way to mock the blind old man.
Will you stop torturing the man?
Anyways, I ask him, what's been going on with your king?
'Cause he's locked himself in his chambers. We have not seen him in many days.
Many days now.
Albridge asks the cleric, "So how did you go blind?"
All right, Albridge, I'm putting a muzzle on you.
Not the time.
He says old age comes for us all.
Indeed,
Albridge looks at Hamish. "Try and get me, you bastard."
I just do a face palm and say, "Children."
We could play yakety sax and you guys could just run around the temple for a while.
I would like to know if the cleric knows any insight about where they live, or has he done any research while he's been here?
He says, most of my time is spent tending to my people and praying to our gods.
Okay, around this room, are there books around or no?
No, this place is pretty shoddy. You can tell at one time it was probably a really nice temple, but it's been overgrown with moss and algae, and there's puddles of water that has leaked in through the walls. I mean, this place looks extremely ancient. Honestly, it's probably not even all that structurally sound.
So
You can feel it too, can't you? The rot in this bog.
The land is sick. I've received no answers from our gods.
And we heard from Swampriff that your king locked himself up around the same time the lands became sick.
Yes, it all happened around the same time, but I do not know what he could have done to cause this sickness.
I doubt it was him on his own.
would you be willing to show us where your king is?
I could take you to his chambers, but the door is locked. If you can find a way in,
That shouldn't be an
is on
issue.
you.
I look
No
to the
problem
dwarf.
there.
I'm like, I point to the dwarf. There's our key.
Feel no need to lead us. I know you're blind. Stop asking the man about things he
Show
can
us the way.
see.
I'm quite sure he's walked these halls. He knows where he's going.
Albridge,
Aye, but there are plenty of others. He can just point us the way. And
Albridge thanks the cleric for his help.
He thanks you for all of your assistance and for bringing food. In the background, you can hear a lot of excited croaking. It's echoing through the hallways.
Sounds like happy people.
Yeah.
run out to find the source of the excited croaking.
All right. If you continue down this hallway, it kind of leads straight west. There is another 10-foot wide, give or take, hallway that heads to the north, but the croaking is coming from the west. You head down this hallway into an open room that has there's some pools of water in it. There's sort of piled up mud and that kind of thing. It is a room full of bullywugs. Like the others, they all look like they have not eaten in a long time, but they are just pounding down the food that you guys brought them.
Oh, that's nice.
Who wants to show us where the king is?
Um, one of the swamp riff comes up and he says, look how happy you've made my people.
Unfortunately, it's only temporary unless we solve the root of the problem. Can we see your king? Can you take us to him?
You just kind of drag down the whole room. He
Wow.
yeah, that's
She's a realist.
right. Everybody just kind of gets quiet and eats their food. All right. He says, I'll lead you back out this way. He takes you out and back out to the hallway that led to the north that you guys had to pass to get past here. And he points you down in that direction. He goes, our king was last seen in there.
As this is happening, Ulrich whispers to Kira, "See what you did to the frogs, you laddie. They were all happy, and then you just made them sad."
She's doing her best, all right.
I'm gonna turn to him and just like stare daggers at him, like give him a look that he probably hasn't seen out of me, and it's a little startling. Like I would kill you in an instant if you don't shut up.
I walk past them both and just go, psychos.
All right.
So
do you guys
this door to the king's room needs a key. Do you know where we could find one of those?
It's locked from the inside.
There's no way in.
Hey, Albrecht, what type of helmet do you have on?
Chainmail.
Might need a spike for my idea.
What are you doing?
Why don't you just use your sword?
I was just thinking of using him.
Does he respond from the other side when you talk to him?
Albridge. Sorry.
I'm
go
asking
ahead.
Swamp.
Yeah, Swamp Riff, go ahead.
Yeah. He has not said anything to us other than to send us out on raids.
Swamp Riff asks, or not, Albridge asks Swamp Riff, do you know anybody that could help us get in?
I'm not sure we have any way, but
Well, he opens the door for food, right?
yes, when we come back from raids, he does open the door. It's a good idea.
All right, then let's put some food here. And get that net ready, Albrecht, would you?
Albridge gets the
My
net ready. Albridge gets the net ready for the king, and says, "Let's capture the bastard."
Not so loud.
Swamp Riff, do you want to let him know you've got some food for him?
I could try. Swamp Riff hops down the hallway to the door. When you say the door, it's just kind of a big wooden thing. Set of double doors, your typical medieval looking double doors.
Before he knocks, though, I should say let's get in position to get the king.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like stand where you might be coming out at the door.
Yeah, in this hallway, given the rundown nature of this place, there's rocks and mud and moss and all kinds of things that you could sort of position yourself away from the doors at to
Is there anything near the door, per se?
as
We need
like
to stand near the door if we want to stop him from closing it
Yeah.
as soon as you shove the food in.
Is there like a hiding spot that I can go near the door?
Yeah, and the hallway opens up in kind of a weird way. It looks like part of it had collapsed at one point, and there is a fair amount of rubble in the one corner. It's away from the doorway, like it wouldn't hit the door if the door opened.
Okay. Albridge hides in the rubble just for the basically just hides in the rubble. There we go.
All right. Do you want to give me a stealth check?
Oh boy. Forgot about that. Yeah, hold on.
Come on, you guys are so good at rolling. Oh, see?
Hey, I actually got it good.
Yeah. All right. You're nestled in there pretty well.
I'm also hiding.
You're nestled in there even better.
I mean, I'm not so much hiding as I'm just sort of standing behind the way the door opens, so he wouldn't be able to see.
Okay.
Same.
I mean,
All right. Swampriff looks at you guys and kind of nods to see if you're ready, and he picks up a large iron knocker on the door and just slams on it. And it echoes throughout the entire chamber. After a few minutes, you hear a croaking from the other side of the door. They exchange communications in their bullywog language.
Aldrich's cat Shadow lets out like a quiet hiss, and Aldrich is like, "Shut up, you dumb cat!"
it's a loud thing to say.
Yeah, right.
But I say it faintly.
All right. Yeah, you are in an echoey underground chamber. So, all right. After a minute, the door opens ever so slightly, and you see a large frog eye peering out.
Is the door opened enough for?
He's kind of just peering out to see what is out there. Swampriff will try to coax him out some, showing him some of the foodstuffs that they had stolen and some of the stuff that you guys had given them.
How big is the king?
He's medium sized.
Medium sized. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is he coaxed out yet or not?
He's come out enough that if you wanted to grab him, you probably could.
Okay.
I clicked that, but I did not mean to click that.
Oh, I was waiting to see what Pass Without Trace was going to do.
I'm gonna try to put the net over the king.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, the door's open enough that he could probably, or that would probably work.
What do I do for that?
It would just be in it.
And that is a
Check.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity. Okay,
Mhm.
I should have done that then.
that's fine. Up, I guess I didn't capture him.
14, maybe.
You're just trying to throw the
It
net
is
over
coming
him?
out of surprise. So
Yeah. I'd
You want me to re-roll it then?
no, you
No,
know what?
no.
That's with it being a sort of a surprise round. That's good enough to hit him with the net.
Okay.
He lets out a loud croak and is just cursing you in frog language.
I'm going to use stealth and kind of slip past everybody and get into the room before them all.
Okay. That'll do.
And I want to start seeing if there's any treasure or any gold or anything there.
Wow.
Rogues. All right. In this room, it is a massive chamber. It's about 80 by 80 foot wide. The ground is very moss covered and wet. It's difficult to traverse. In the center of the chamber is a 20 foot by 20 foot pool. There's a patch of land that sits in the middle of the pool that has a throne on it. All around the walls are the supplies that they have raided. I mean, this place is just packed with food, and there's some treasure. There's weapons. I mean, it just like you could start a small town with the amount of crap that they have in this room.
What
Okay.
kind of weapons?
Just your regular weapons. None of them look. I mean, some are fancier than others, but none of them are.
Nothing looks too good.
Nothing good for me. Okay.
I
You're not
fully
even in there yet.
open. I fully open the doors from the outside, from the inside,
Okay.
and say, "Well, I think we don't have to worry about supplies anymore."
Um.
I'm gonna just walk up to the king now trapped in this net, and I'm going to kind of look down at him. I assume he's prone on the ground because of the net.
Yeah, he's wrapped up in this net pretty well.
I'm gonna say, what are you doing here? Why you locked yourself up?
He is. It's almost like he's barely registering that you're there. He's just in this net freaking out. He is croaking and calling for his guards and his people. He is losing his frog shit.
Your guards aren't coming. I'm going to actually start talking to him via telepathy at this point.
Okay.
To try and get in his head.
Don't you have to roll for that?
No, I can just telepathically talk to anyone.
That's fine. Okay.
That I see within 30 feet of me. You know what's wrong. Tell us.
Now, let me ask you this: your telepathy, does it give you any sense of what his emotions are at the moment, or is it just
It's speech essentially.
Just for speech, yeah.
Okay, he's saying you should not be here. This is wrong. You shouldn't be here.
Why not?
We will all be killed.
By who?
He sorry, I had a DM moment. That's what the cackle was about. He says them, and he points towards the pool.
Towards the what?
The pool of water in the throne room.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can notice anything about the pool that's strange?
Yeah, how close do you want to get to it?
Not too close, but close enough to be able to see something wrong with it.
I mean, at this point, V was the first person to actually go into the room, right?
Right.
I don't know how close you got to the pool when you were looking around the whole room. You're muted. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Yeah, you're muted. There you go.
I just stepped in and took a look around.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounded like you guys were still pretty close to the doorway.
So then, ready? Perception check. Ready?
How close are you getting?
Like I said, probably maybe about 10 feet away from. Actually, no. I'll get close to it. It's fine. If I get eaten up, it's all good.
Well, I look forward to it.
All right, perception check.
You don't really see anything inside the pool. It's very dark water.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly walk away from it because I don't want to get grabbed.
Also, wait.
Right,
to be fair, we were having that conversation telepathically, so you wouldn't have actually heard.
Oh,
that.
that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, rewind.
Never happened.
All right, nope, never happened. You guys are still at the front of the doorway.
Okay, all right.
What's in the pond?
He looks at you and he says, "The twins. They will kill us now that you're here. We are doomed. You've killed us all." And
about that.
as he says this,
help us fight the twins. If you want us to not die, you don't want to just say that you've doomed us.
As you're explaining to this king, who is getting more and more agitated and terrified, there is splashing in the pool, and out of this pool slinks two black dragon worms. They're about medium sized, and they climb up out of the pool, very snake-like, and they say, "What do you think you are doing?"
Oh, I'd say we're ruining your plans. What you doing?
Albridge looks at the worms and says, "Why are you doing this to the people?"
The one sneers, and he says, I don't care about these frogs. They're here to serve a purpose.
And what purpose
Well,
is that?
your purpose serving is affecting us.
They sort of look you all up and down. They say, we don't care about you either. They bring us what we need. That's all that matters.
Albert unsheathed his sword. Well, I don't care about slicing you into pieces then.
We'll give you something to care about.
What is it you've done to this bog?
Since we've improved it. Don't you like our work?
Kind of stings a bit. And not in the good way.
He says, it's our acidic nature.
Albridge looks at them and says, so you're the ones who did the acid marks.
Well, we have to make the place presentable.
Presentable for who?
Ourselves.
Okay.
And who are you, exactly?
Are you like asking their names or?
Yeah. Anyone I should care about?
Well, we're dragons. Why wouldn't you care about us?
How strong
So,
are they, per se?
Before we go in to all that, they are dragons. You have to talk to them like they're dragons. You glorious and gracious creatures, I do humbly ask you to tell us what are your plans here? I mean, the walls look beautiful and you are all stunning, but we are just curious and baffled by your advanced knowledge. We can't help ourselves but ask.
The second dragon smiles. He says, well, somebody at least knows their place.
How strong are the dragons?
They're dragons.
I mean, they're dragons, but how strong?
You can't know that.
You can't know that. You know they're dragons.
All right.
Yeah. They're medium-sized dragons, so they're the size of an average humanoid. They're very young. But like everybody said, they're still dragons.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Somebody asked what their plans were. Is that what's?
Yeah. Like, what are they doing here, basically?
We're living. We found a place that we enjoyed. We found people to bring us food. We don't have to do anything for ourselves.
Well, that's only been for a few days, right? You see, you're kind of making the frog people mad, and in return, they're making the nearby village mad. If the village gets mad, you guys might, I don't know, have some disturbances in your peace. Would it not be more amusing for you to find another location to do this at? One where maybe it's not hurting anybody?
They look at each other sort of confused and say to you, do you worry when the cows and the chickens are upset?
I do indeed.
Oh.
If the cows are
Shut
upset,
my
you get
mouth.
sour milk.
Well, ask a
Happy
silly
cows,
question.
happy cheese.
Sad chickens, bad eggs.
Exactly. If you make good cows, you get good food. And you yourself may become enlightened more than you already are.
They say, and where would you suggest we go?
Well, I know of a great land, a great island with bountiful resources. I'm lying out my ass here.
All right. Give me a persuasion check, or what is it? What's bluff called in this? A deception. Give me a deception check.
Deception. I actually don't have deception. What could I use?
That would just be a. Let's see. Just a charisma check.
A charisma check. Okay.
All right. Let's see if he can tell if you're lying. He can. Here, I'll give the second one a go just to see. The other one, not so much. The second dragon brother is kind of an idiot.
It may not be suiting to you at first, but I'm sure you can turn into your acidic pleasures.
The first dragon says, I don't believe a word you say. Whereas the second dragon brother says, now wait, this sounds like he may have an idea.
Again, there's these people that live underground. They are very easy to get rid of, and they already have very beautiful structures for you. I'm sure you can find a small patch of drows and take their land.
So you're
I'm trying to persuade them.
Yeah, you're trying to persuade them to leave. All right. Well, the one is definitely a moron. He fully believes everything that you've said.
And the other one doesn't
so
believe
much.
a word you said.
No. Yeah. They start speaking to each other in Draconic. They're obviously having an argument about whether they should stay or whether they should go.
I look up to Cambridge and I just kind of whisper, at least we can get them fighting amongst themselves.
Does anybody else want to do anything before we...
Can I just get a really quick recap as to what I just missed?
I don't know. What did you miss?
Well,
kind of
they
question.
threw a net on the Frog King, and Frog King, I telepathically communicated with him, asking what was wrong, and he basically said, "They'll kill us all now," referring to these two dragon wormlings that came out of a pool in the throne room, and now they're trying to... they're not happy with our presence here, except that V has been trying to convince them to go somewhere else. And one of them is very dumb.
Yeah,
And one of them doesn't believe him.
Right.
And the other one's really not convinced that they should leave.
So we should kill him, right?
I have no problem with killing these guys.
I feel like we should.
All right. So, while they're arguing amongst themselves, are you guys?
Yeah, actually, while they're arguing amongst themselves, this would be a great time for me to throw up.
Throw up? That sounds disgusting.
You might think that, but can I cast that right on them?
Let's see.
It's 150 feet, so I should be able to reach them and just put it so that they're dead in the middle of that spike growth.
Excuse me. Hang on a second, I'm dying.
I will warn you, that affects any creature who walks into that. So if any of us want to go in there to fight them, it will affect us too.
Yeah.
I don't really care about you guys.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was how little you cared about us. I wanted to make that clear.
Well, they're still quite a ways away. I mean, he says it's an 80 by 80 square, so I'm assuming we're about 40 feet away from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Put a big spike square. I'm hoping that they come charging out at us and not us go to them.
So are you putting it under them or in front of them?
I'm putting it right under them, so I'm going to force them kind of to come towards us.
Okay.
Right, to get out of the spikes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm also going to piss off some dragons, guys.
Only 2 of them.
Only 2 of them.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine.
And right as I do that, I would also like to hide.
Stealth check.
Yeah.
I'm hidden.
Okay. Yeah.
All
So
right.
while they're arguing with each other, you manage to kind of slink off to the side and hide.
And then
And
throw it.
you cast your spell.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like that'd be 2d4 piercing damage. So if you want to give me a damage roll.
For every 5 feet they travel within it. So it's only if they start
Right.
moving.
Yeah. So, you still want me to do it or no?
The damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, just do the 2d4 for the initial hit. All right. All right. So while they're arguing with each other, these stone spikes burst up from underneath them, obviously surprising them. 1 second. So they each take 4 points of damage, and they let out a terrible bellow, and they are screaming, "Liar, traitors!"
You're taking too long. Oh, no, wait. I'm hiding. Never mind. I don't say that.
The dumb one's like, I trusted you!
We were going somewhere nice. You promised.
Can I? Okay.
Go ahead.
Can I
No, go
jump
ahead.
over the spikes and swing at them?
You should wait. You're not next to them. You're still about 40 feet away from them.
Yeah, you
Okay.
would have to move up and then actually
That-
travel through the spikes.
Yeah. So, but should we do initiative? That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
go ahead and do initiative now.
Boo.
All right.
Kira.
Did we lose her?
You are muted.
Oh, I was muted, and now
Yeah.
I'm not muted. Okay.
Initiative.
Righto. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's a little better.
At least I'm not last.
Dragons.
Yeah, give me just 1 second, guys. Wow, these dragons are really distracted by the fact that you guys betrayed them. All right. So you guys will go first in this round.
Okay. So that would
Kira?
probably. No, oh, yeah. Kira first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kira goes first.
Okay. I would like to cast Shatter right in between the both of them, and then it's a 20-foot radius, I believe.
Okay.
Let me just double. A 10-foot radius sphere.
What does a shatter do?
Give me 1 second.
Mm, yeah, she can cast it. You should just be able to click.
Got it.
It's a sudden loud ringing noise erupts, painfully intense. Each creature within 10-foot radius needs to make a con saving throw. If they fail, they take the full damage. If they pass, they take half.
All right.
And a creature of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, and metal, which I'm pretty sure they're not, has disadvantage.
Yeah, they're not. All right.
That we know of.
That would
Yeah,
be
I mean, they might be, and I might just be bluffing you guys, but black dragons usually aren't made out of anything but black dragon. So let's see if they make their saves.
one of them did.
One of them did, and we'll say the stupid one didn't. So
He's really shocked that I lied to him.
yeah, he's terribly upset. It's like you betrayed your best dragon friend.
Like you made him like depressed, and he doesn't want to fight you.
Yeah, he's just gonna lay down on these spikes and weep dragon tears. All right, so this ringing blast of sonic energy rips through the room, striking the dragons. The one looks less than happy about this. The other still looks confused and sad. All right, so that would be it's Albrecht's turn now.
All right.
No, it's rubrics, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it?
No,
Did
it's
I get mixed
rubrics.
up?
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
rubrics.
Alrighty. From
read
my
my own notes.
concealed location, armed with my mighty crossbow, I'm going to take a look at the mean-looking one. I don't want to hit my friend. And I am going to fire at him.
Okay. That misses.
Okay.
It wings right past him.
My second attack.
Okay.
Definitely
That
hit
one
him.
hits.
I'm also going to be using Colossal Slayer with this, which is 1d8 extra damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
This is a strong hit.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
well done.
Kabooey.
All right. Yeah, that strikes him square in his chest. He is bleeding profusely between the spikes and the sonic blast and everything else horrible you guys are doing. But he is still standing.
I yell out, "Dro place sound nice, don't it?"
You bastard.
All right. All right, so now it's Albrecht's turn.
Okay, so I'm about 40 feet away from them. Okay. Is it possible? No, it's not, because it's right under them, actually.
Just remember, you can also hold your move and see if they do something to get out of the spikes before you do something.
Well, I was probably going to do that anyways.
Okay.
Yeah,
if you
if you just want to hold your turn. you can
Yeah,
do
I'm going
that.
to hold it. No.
Okay.
That'll make it Speedy's turn.
Yep.
Hamish, have at it.
Hamish is going to look at these two brothers and say, "You had a chance to give up. You've lost it." And he's going to cast Eldritch Blast at both of them.
Okay.
A 20 and a 23.
Does this have any kind of saving throw, or is this? Oh no, this is just based off of armor class. Never mind. I stroked out for a second. Yeah, both of these hit.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay, the one, he is barely standing. The angry dragon is barely standing. The second one is fairly well hurt, but he's still on his feet. He looks at you all and he says, "We were discussing it. I don't understand."
Well, if they're considering it, I think we've shown them enough of our power. If you guys want to kill them, I'm not going to stop you. But I think we have some exploitation.
I don't think we have time to talk here. It's beyond that point.
Just saying.
We lost that when you decided to cast a spell that makes stone spikes come out of the ground under them, okay? We're killing them, alright?
Just saying.
Sort of the end of diplomacy.
I really want to see if I can't make the stupid one my friend, though.
Albridge yells out, "I want to slice these bastards' heads off."
All right, so it's the dragon's turn.
Yep.
What they're going to do is fly straight up out of the spikes and try to get around them that way. Yeah.
Didn't think that would do much, did you?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it would have worked well normally, but yeah, these guys are
Dragons.
able to fly. So They,
I'll be right back real quick.
Okay.
Did he wander off? Should I wait for him to come back, I guess?
Nah.
Nah, you can do the dragon's attack, but wait for his turn probably.
Yeah, that's fine. What they're going to do is fly into the air, and they are going to use their acid breath attacks.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, let's see if they're able to do anything with it.
That's like a saving throw, right?
I'm looking at their... There we go, let's see. Yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh.
And does that affect all of us?
It is a 15-foot line that is 5 feet wide. So, however you guys are lined up in the room, I'm not sure at this point.
I'm off hidden somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're hidden.
I don't know if you're really hidden
kind of
anymore after you shot at them, but
Well, yeah, but I'm not with you guys. And if
What
they're flying towards
did
you,
I miss?
We're being attacked by acid.
Okay,
so
that sounds like fun.
Always.
Well, were we all by the door still, like filing?
Yeah, you guys
in,
were all.
or-
Well, you guys were. None of you moved. You should have moved.
yeah. I mean, I imagine the dragon could hit any two of us in a straight line,
Right. Yeah. Here, let me. We're gonna.
or just rubrics alone.
Make it just rubrics.
Yeah, actually, but by all means, I'll roll a dex save.
Yeah. All right. We'll do it that way. What the heck? Go ahead. Give me a dex save.
There you go.
You are able to leap out of the way of their acid breath. It just sort of splashes against.
Isn't it? I think acid breath is damage regardless. It's just half damage if they make that save.
Let me see.
I think it might be.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting my additions mixed up here. Yeah, so you take. Let's see what it would be.
I know this because in my normal campaign we fought an acid dragon and he like one shot all of us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was nearly a TPK. We had only our cleric standing and he had to basically rescue us one by one.
All right, you take 10 points of damage.
Ow.
That must hurt.
I'm feeling like I'm at, I don't know, 60%. Well,
All right, so we'll say that was the dragon's turn, and we'll go back to the beginning with Rosalinda.
That was both of the dragons?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want the other dragon to attack too.
I would love the other dragons to attack.
not me though.
Take out rubrics.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice.
So betrayed.
Yeah. All right, so we'll do that again. Give me another dex save. All right.
Plus 7 to dex, that helps.
You make the save.
But you take
9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's 19 points of damage in total.
Yeah, I'm at 9.
It's good.
I'm burning.
Yeah. Now you understand where the acid was coming from.
They were just breathing everywhere.
Yeah, they're just really gross. They're like Komodo dragons. They're just dripping acid all over the place.
Yeah, they're like it's not just that they're dragonborns or acid dragons. They're mouth breathers too.
Well, the one definitely is. It's like the short bus dragon.
I shout out. I think I know that stinging feeling you're talking about.
All right.
Not
So
the
that brings us
one,
back
right?
to the yeah. Right now, still not the pleasant stinging, unless you're into some really weird shit. So, I mean, not that I'm judging.
Let's not talk about the campaign I was in last
Don't
night.
knock it.
All right. So that now it brings us back to Rosalinda, since you guys wanted me to kill Rubrix.
Actually, it should bring us back to Arc.
Am I doing this right?
Albridge.
Yeah, because he held his turn.
He held.
Oh,
his
that's
I
turn.
right. I
did.
forgot about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is he still flying?
Yeah, they're both in the air. They're only about 20 feet in the air.
Am I able to hit them?
What are you trying to hit them with?
What do you have that can go range?
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have a range.
I mean,
Then you might just
there's like
wanna
a ceiling. They can't be too high up. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
They
Well,
can't.
I mean, they're about the ceiling's about 20 foot high, and they're roughly that high.
Can Hamish give me a boost so I can swing?
You know what? If you want to try for some kind of an acrobatics check where he does that forklift thing in the air, if you want to bound off a wall or whatever, I'm willing to go for that.
I'm gonna
Just
warn
note
you,
they're
Hamish
flying
is
right
not a
above,
really strong guy.
and they're flying right above the spikes. So if you fall, you kind of fall right onto the spikes.
Then that's gonna hurt. I know. Okay, ready?
I would rather just.
I'm doing it.
He's like,
I'm
yeah, no,
doing
I
it.
understand.
Oh God.
You ready?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can't believe you're making me do this again. Let's go. I got a 5 for my strength check, and he got no.
All right, you guys attempt to do this, but it's slippery in here, and you just sort of flub the entire event. It's not a catastrophic failure, but you look pretty dopey.
It was an attempt.
Yeah, that definitely would have been cool.
Ross is just gonna be like so flabbergasted, like, "What are you doing?"
I'm sorry. This one here.
Nobody does a fastball special perfect on the first try.
Albridge is just like, hey, I just wanted to try something cool.
All right. Back to Rubrix.
Yeah, now it's
Rosalina?
yeah.
I'm
Or
still flabbergasted looking at them, and I'm just gonna be like, "Watch and learn, boys," and I'm gonna cast Shatter again. Flying.
All right, go ahead.
Aren't I near that though?
It's a 10-foot radius, so I'm aiming. I can't really tell, but you might be.
Oh no!
I don't know. Oh wow, that was shit. Anyways, the idea is to get.
Well, let's see what
that's just for damage, so they still have to.
Yeah.
It's just a
I
con
just
save.
got to see if they
It
make
always hits.
their saves. Yeah. Well, he doesn't make it,
That guy's dead.
and he doesn't make it either. All right.
Hey,
The angry dragon is blasted back by your shatter attack and just sort of slams up against the ceiling wall and falls dead on the ground. The sad dragon was hit by it, but he was injured by it, but he's still up and running, but not happy.
still sad.
Yeah, I mean, you guys came into his house and tried to take all his stuff, and then offered to be his friend, and then beat him up.
Hey,
You're
that
the
was not
bullies
me.
of-
That was Rubrix.
Yeah,
That was
you are the
Rubrix.
bullies
It was
of
Rubrix.
D&D.
Rubrix is the worst. Let's not
Yeah.
put this on the whole party. It was just Rubrix.
It was
Right.
Rubrix.
Hashtag blame Rubrix.
All right, so he's still flying up there, injured and upset. So
Nice work,
next-
Rosalind.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Rubrix, it's your turn now.
Yeah.
What horrible thing can you come up with this time?
Just throw
I
the
think
crossbow
you're
at it.
I think you're muted.
Kevin, you're muted.
Oh, hi there. Okay. I want to look up towards him and be like, You want to be friends now and leave this place?
He looks down. He says, "I want to be rid of you."
Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna vanish.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna cast magical fog or fog cloud,
Okay.
and I should be able to obscure myself in that. And then I'm gonna heal myself using Cure Wounds.
Ah. Okay.
And that's 1d8 plus 2.
No, Fog Cloud would take up your action.
Oh,
Yeah,
It does
that's-
take one action. So this round you'll raise this sphere of fog, and then next time around you'll be able to heal yourself.
okay.
It'll make
So
it real
yeah.
hard for me to hit.
Yeah, there is now a 20-foot radius sphere of fog. That's hard to say.
off to the corner, off
yeah,
to
off-
one side.
Off-
I mean,
yeah, off
it's
to one side of the
20-foot
room.
radius. The ceilings are only 20 feet high.
Mm.
we're gonna 420 it.
Yeah, he has hotboxed most of the room.
God damn it.
It fits me so well.
All right, so one of the dragons dead. The fog is everywhere, and the sad dragon is still up and running.
Okay, it is my turn, I believe.
Correct.
I'm going to. I almost want to convince him to be friends with us too. But
Right? Come on, having a dragon on our side. He's stupid enough to go for it.
He is pretty stupid.
that was
Come
only
on.
with the nat 1. Your brother is dead. I'm sure he was always telling you what to do, wasn't he?
Persuasion.
You're free
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, this is definitely a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Free to join us and go your own way. 22.
Ooh.
Worst dragon ever. He says, I just want to leave. I don't like this place anymore. I don't like you.
We have nothing to be afraid of, except Rubrix. He's an asshole. But we didn't come here with the intention of hurting you. We just wanted to stop whatever was happening to these frogs.
Albridge speaks to the dragon. You know, if you join us, we'll have Rubik here cure your wounds. You can join us.
Not Rubrix. Rubrix will not do that. I'll give you a healing potion.
The last time he offered to help me, you killed my brother.
See,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Albridge says, see, that was Rubrix, not me.
To be honest, your brother would not have gone with us, would he?
Well,
I bet your brothers bossed you around since you guys were just hatchlings.
he was always bigger than me and stronger.
Albridge
Well, now
says,
you're the biggest.
Never smarter, though.
Albridge,
Might need another persuasion check on that one.
Deception.
Albridge is just like, your brother's a huge dick.
He's dead now. I don't have to worry about him anymore.
No, you don't. And being the mighty dragon you are, you shouldn't have to worry about anyone.
Okay, time out here. This is just the most fucked up situation here. Rubrix killed this brother.
I did not kill the
correct.
brother.
Yes, you did.
She did.
Oh,
it
no,
was I
Rosalina
killed
did.
her.
Yeah.
He'd be taking the blame. That's fine.
I mean, he kind of has to.
I mean, I'll take
Listen.
the blame. That also takes whatever the dragon had.
Listen,
Right, and
Dragon, if you never want to see Rubrix again, we can do that.
Ooh.
So you gonna kill Rubrix now, or is
Why are
I
you
didn't
mad
say
at
that.
me? I'm so hidden in this fog. You just hear a voice coming out of this
Yeah.
fog.
What?
I don't think
What are you
you're
guys
not
doing?
hidden. You hit him with your arrow.
No, I didn't
They cast
attack.
all-
Oh, I guess the fog.
Fog,
It's,
yeah.
It's just obscured generally.
Yeah, so now there's just a big pile of fog in the corner of the room, which is
And a voice is coming out of it.
right.
All
Yeah.
of our voices. It's pretty much
No,
obscuring
you guys
everyone.
aren't with me. You aren't with me.
But the fog is in the entire room.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking the room's 80 by 80, like he said.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
covers
off
about
in-
20 foot of it in the
Yeah.
And I'm off
I
in
guess.
one corner away from you guys.
Yeah. So it's just a
It feels
bizarre
like
fog
half
bank.
of the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give or take. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
So you guys are outside of the fog. He's off in this weird little fog bank off to the side.
it's okay.
Alright.
Come down. I'm not gonna hurt you. In fact, I can help you. I can heal you. And I'm gonna like kind of be starting to cast Cure Wounds and like showing like a very gentle, soft aura in my hands to try and convince him to come down.
That.
Are you legitimately going to do this? Are you?
I'm legitimately doing it.
Okay, give me a persuasion check to see if you can get him to come down, since you just blasted him and his brother with a giant sonic boom.
Now, the worst thing to do to betray
Sonic
him would
boom.
be
You
instead
know what? He's kind of
to-
stupid, and it's invisible force. He might not have made the connection.
Sonic boom.
It's not actually cure wounds; it's inflict wounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd better ask in case I bring this poor guy down and she just stomps on his neck or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. Is it persuasion or deception based on
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Give me 1 second here.
I think he's persuaded.
They're high rolls. Also, Kira, you have
Yeah.
a nat 20 to use still. Remember?
Oh yeah, right.
Okay, let's use the nat 20 here. So
Gonna
that's
use
a
the nat 20.
27.
All right. So you roll your nat 20, and he absolutely believes you. He swings himself down out of the air and apprehensively comes up to you.
I don't like do anything like sudden movements. It's like trying to coax a cat over kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you do so, the actual cat also comes over.
Right. Attacks the dragon, starts the whole thing over again.
And then I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right. You can go ahead and do that if you
I'm
want
surprised
to.
the dragon doesn't want to eat the cat.
Very stealthy, like I do. I'd like to walk over to the dragon and also do Cure Wounds. Just touch him on his leg so he
On
doesn't
his butt.
see me.
Dragon butt.
Oh,
It's gone all sensual here all of a sudden. This is a yeah, you can go ahead and do that. He jerks back a little bit, but doesn't try to run.
Mm.
Okay, so I do 5 points of healing.
All right. He still looks a little worse for wear, but he's definitely in better shape than he was previously.
And Kira or Rosanna, how many points did you do?
16.
so he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's actually in a pretty good spot here.
I'm gonna offer
What is
him.
he going to do?
I'm gonna offer him that second half of the loaf of bread I had that I never ate with the cleric.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna be like, "Would you mind if I get on your back?"
Oh, I was gonna do that. I was gonna be like Overage jumps on the worm and says, "Ride a horsey."
I think my way is a little bit better for a dragon.
I thought we were trying to make him our friend.
Yeah, all of a sudden
am.
he's a mount. Yeah.
This
He
dragon
says,
won't amount to anything.
Oh.
Oh.
Sudden character death due to bad jokes. So what do you say to him? You ask if he can climb on him?
Do you mind if I get on your back?
I'm gonna whisper to him because I'm probably like face to face with the dragon or something. He'd be like,
Yeah.
Don't do it.
What did you whisper to him?
Say no.
The the dragon looks at Rosalinda and then looks over and he goes, "You may have helped me, but that does not make me your horse."
No, not horse. Gallant, strong ally.
A horse. That's how people describe horses.
Albridge goes over and pets the dragon.
It's not a pet. This is the same.
I don't care. Pet him.
It's a sentient being.
Nope, I'm petting him.
That's just like calling a dragon an idiot.
Yeah, that's he just kind of looks around at you guys and he's very confused.
He just regrets trying to be friends with us.
Yeah, he you could see the realization come over his face that this was a terrible idea.
Look, you don't have to stay here with us. In fact, and I'm gonna start like motioning and like, let's just get out of here and go somewhere.
Oh, I'm crying.
I'm very drunk still. That's clearly what this is.
The dragon nods and agrees and kind of works his way out of his room, keeping an eye on everybody.
Does he have a purse?
No,
actually,
Just like, and
I
then
would like to say I want to head towards his brother while he walks out the room and search his brother.
just behind his back, I just throw the sword at him. No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, the worst.
Hey, at least he would have died with his brother.
We might want to see what the king thinks now.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, are you guys going to lead the dragon out of here before you go find the bullywogs, or are you just going to lead him through them?
I don't care what they're doing. I'm searching the dragon, his brother.
Okay.
Wow. I'm going to go talk to the king.
Okay.
And I guess Rosanna, you want to escort this guy out since you're his new best friend?
Yeah, Roz will go and lead him out.
Okay.
What about you, Speedy?
I'll go with you guys leading the dragon out.
Okay, then I'm going to be talking to the king.
All right. Well, you guys can.
Wait! I take that back. Hold on. You
All
should not
right.
be talking to the king or anyone. I thought about that for like 1 second. It was like,
Just be like, so you like booze?
Oh God!
About those dragons.
No. I'll go to the king.
Hey, you can come with me.
I mean, sure.
All right. So, Ross, we'll let you go first. You lead the dragon out and back up the, I guess through the cleric's area, but he won't see it coming anyway. And, I was so pleased with myself right there.
Oh, Stevie Wonder jokes. I mean, what?
And you can lead him up and up the stairs and back out into the bog. He says to you, I don't understand what happened here, but I'm glad I'm not dead.
Yeah, to be quite honest, I don't really know these people. I'm actually a bit of a lone wolf, I guess you could say, and well, seeing as unfortunately your brother's no longer here, I'm not sure what you'll be doing, but
You're the one who killed him.
you're not here. And if it's of any interest, I'm always maybe looking for a companion to join me. I just like to go from place to place and watch people, really. I don't really have anything.
She's trying to steal the dragon.
She's trying to steal the dragon
Yeah.
that she killed his brother.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Rubrix was the betrayer, but Rosalinda isn't innocent in this either.
I didn't do a
She did
thing.
quite a bit of damage.
I actually didn't do anything. I didn't attack it. I didn't do anything.
She also healed
Anyway.
it, so.
Yeah, she coaxed him down and healed him, and he's very confused and open to whatever the hell is going on.
So she'll finish and just be like, I mean, I suppose I care enough to make sure that, you know, everyone's happy here, but after that I'm gonna go my own way, and I'm not really good at keeping friends or having friends of anybody
Human.
that's like me. Human, elf, dwarf. Nobody really understands me. And maybe, you know, we could explore and see the world together.
She just wants that D.
D for dragon, D for dragon.
D for dragon, D for
dragon.
dragon.
That is.
Bad dragon.
Kira is seducing a dragon right now.
Half dragon. Is that what she said? Did you say half dragon?
She said not dragon.
Oh, not dragon.
No, I said bad dragon.
Oh, bad dragon.
Oh no!
God, sexual innuendo's great.
Oh boy.
In all honesty, though, she's doing this in the most innocent way.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Friend.
All right. You know what? Give me another persuasion check to see if you can get this dragon to go along with this.
I should have used my nat 20 for this.
I don't think no one expected. No one expects the Dragon Inquisition.
Yep.
I'm befuddled. I've lost all control of everything. Hang on one second. All right, let's see what. Oops, helps to actually click on the thing when you hit enter. Otherwise, you just sit there like a dope. This dragon, what the shit? The dragon says, "You would really be my friend?
God,
After everything I've done."
So stupid.
Honestly, this dragon is so naive.
His brother just kept him sheltered from everything.
Yeah, he was abused, and now he's just willing to go along with the first half elf that comes along.
The first half elf that killed his brother.
Right. I had a friend who ended up married like that.
I'll respond and say, I've probably done worse, and I want to move on from my life. So yes, it's unconventional, but I think this could be a great friend trip.
Friend trip.
Friend trip.
Friend track.
Yeah.
Go where no friends have gone before.
It's like the end of Casablanca out here. The dragon says, I would love to go with you.
So then me and Hamish are
so-
talking to the king now.
Yeah. Cut to the king, who has made his way out of the net by this point.
All right. So he's okay. He's not agitated anymore, really.
You can tell he's a little worn out just from the events of the past, like few months and all of this dragon nonsense. But he's no longer freaking out.
Okay. So I say to the Frog King, we took care of those pond dragons, I guess.
Yeah, well, we took care of one of them. Seems like Rosalinda's about to take care of the other.
If you know what I mean.
I was waiting for that. That's why that beat was in there. All right. The king says, they're gone. We're free. My people are free.
Albridge,
Seems that way. So
Albridge,
long as you stop being an idiot and stealing their food to give to dragons or to anyone else who happens to go into your pond.
Albridge puts his hand on the king's shoulder and is just like, don't worry, they won't bother you again. But if you do this again, I might have to chop your head off and put it in my mantle.
He should work at the UN. The king says, if we're free and they're gone, you'll have no trouble from us anymore. We just want to live our lives in peace.
You never attack that the city again, you hear? No more raids.
No, we don't need anything. We can deal with this ourselves.
And this place you've inhabited, it's sacred grounds. Respect that, or else more trouble will be upon you.
This is our home. We will take care of it.
Trust that.
Albridge shakes the Frog King's hand, saying, sorry about capturing him in the net.
So I understand why you did it. You are great friends of the bullywogs of Mossley Bog.
So did I find anything on that dragon?
We didn't have pockets or anything. On the dragon itself, there wasn't really anything going on. I mean, it's still a dead dragon, so.
Yeah.
Dragons are valuable.
Yeah. Can I start skinning it, I guess? Scaling it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to start... Yeah, if you want to start hacking it apart.
This is so fucked up!
God,
I have a way to make dragon armor right now. I'm going to take advantage of that.
Can you make me the dragon armor?
Rubix is skinning a dragon while Rosalinda runs off to marry his brother or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that Shakespeare wrote.
And I'm still a drunk.
Dragons generally have hordes, though, right? Is there anything else around the room that seems valuable?
Do you want to do give me a I guess a perception check if you want to search the room.
I do want to search the room. So.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to search the room.
Yeah. All right. Rubrics, as everybody's looking around the room, you dig through a pile of various objects that was blocking a doorway. You open the doorway, and back there you see that the dragons had stashed all their most valuable objects and possessions that had been stolen or they had stolen themselves. So that's a nice room full of gold and silver and various valuable items.
Big room, small halfling.
Sounds like you need a bag of holding.
That's what she said. Anyways.
Well, speaking of a bag of holding, shit.
You don't have one of those.
I don't have one of those.
You definitely do not.
Is there a bag of holding in the room?
That'd be very convenient.
That would be very convenient.
I look around the room for any bags or anything magical like that.
Do I find anything or no?
What were you looking for?
Like,
well, you rolled an 8.
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah. No,
you found some bones.
Yeah. Whatever you were looking for, you didn't find it.
I mean, okay. I imagine we could probably see Rubrix going into this other room, right?
Yeah, because he'd have to move a bunch of barrels and
yeah.
There's a couple of chairs, just because that's what I keep imagining as chairs for some reason. So
I would follow him in and say, "Huh,
finders keepers."
Finders keepers. This was stolen from the town that you said you were protecting.
Aye, and I'm going to sell it back to the town.
He looks at Rubrix. You're a dumb person, you know that? We should just give it back to the townspeople.
You
And
know
you're
what?
a poor
At
drunk.
this point, I
You're a
don't
poor drunk.
much care. I'm just gonna walk off.
That's probably safest.
Exit
That's-
stage
that's-
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if the captain for the Murdoch people. What's his name?
His name was Swamp Riff. No, that was the
Yes.
king. Yeah, no, that was him. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
also going to walk off with Hamish and say, "Hey, wait up, you small lass."
Lass.
Would I be able to find the captain?
Yeah, all the bullywogs have kind of gathered into that room where they were all huddled. The king's in there, the captain's in there.
Okay.
Word has spread that the dragons have been defeated, and
I would like to ask him to gather some men to help me carry all this treasure back to the town.
he says, I suppose that's the least we could do. Is it all right if we keep some of the food until we can get back on our feet?
Consider the food yours. We just want the gold and silver and valuable things.
We can help with that. We'll gather some of our toad mounts to help you carry it back to town.
Thank you.
He'll go off to gather up some of his other men and get the mounts ready to haul all this stuff back. They have like the bags that I said, and they have a couple of sleds that'll go across the bog easily enough.
And so I'm thinking I can pocket some gold that I see here.
With everything that's going on, you could probably do that pretty easily.
Yeah, let's do that. Sleight of hand.
Yeah. While you're doing all of this, you manage to fill your pockets in a decent but not really noticeable manner.
Good.
Nice. Well, we're running out of time here, so it seems that we have accomplished what we set out to do. We've killed a dragon, made friends with another.
Yeah, you guys definitely took a wide way around this one. But
Rosalie is gonna go marry the brother dragon.
Not gonna marry him.
They're just friends. They're just friends.
They just met. Don't rush things along. You never know how these things.
They don't want to put
turn
labels
out.
on anything yet.
Not yet.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, bestiality is a thing. I'm just saying.
No.
What would that be?
Number one, it's an intelligent creature. Okay, more intelligent
It's
than you.
not intelligent.
It's a dragon.
Well,
Would that be a quarter human, quarter elf, half dragon?
yeah. The genetics are getting real weird here.
Definitely.
But yeah, you guys definitely accomplished your mission in an extraordinarily bizarre fashion. Nobody died. I mean, one of the dragons died, a couple of frog guys, but all in all, things went well.
So don't we all win technically?
Yes. There's no winning or losing in D&D. But yes,
I
we
thought
will.
there was.
Yeah, as long as you guys had at least some fun, we can.
I
call it
had
a
a
win.
ton of fun.
I say
Yeah.
we keep these characters alive and do it again.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep it, use it in any campaign you run in the future. Keep this as part of its backstory.
Yeah. Rosalinda, don't forget to write down dragon on
I
your
think I'll
character
be
sheet.
too OP to be just like, I got a dragon companion.
True. Hi, Louise. Welcome. But yeah, that will be it for the one shot. So thank you guys for coming out here. Don't go anywhere just yet. We're gonna do some hooks, plugs, and then we're gonna send you guys off on a raid. So before we do any of that, let's go ahead and go around and you guys can say who you are and where you can be found on the internet. Let's start with our fantastic DM today, Arrow. Tell us how you thought today went and who you are.
I think it went pretty well. I was extraordinarily nervous leading up to this. I don't usually get stage fright, but for some reason today I was freaking out. But it seemed like you guys had some fun, so that's definitely good enough for me.
I think you did pretty good.
Yeah, you did awesome.
Thank you.
And who are you? Where can we find you?
My real name's Steve Musgrave. You can find me at RPG Home Brewery on Twitter. I've also got a website that has D&D stuff on it. It's plot hooks and character portraits and maps. I make a lot of maps for the game. Some of them are aged depending on how fancy I feel that day. That's at rpghomebrewery.com.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I took a look at your website. It's pretty cool that you got that whole thing going. There's some neat stuff on there. Next up, V. Who are you?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, I'm V Terrible. You can find me at twitch.com/sfvterrible. Stream pretty much at random, doing random games. But yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Thank you for coming out here, man. It was fun. You were an asshole to that dragon.
I try. I always find that there's a way the DM wants you to go, and then there's the other ways that you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome. And by the way, Albrecht, here's your gold back.
Thank you.
You never noticed. All right, Synced.
I am Sync78, or basically on Twitch. My name is Zachary Silvia. I like to play games. I like to watch other streamers, like Not So Speedruns. This was a really fun fucking experience, and I really want to do it again.
Yeah,
but
like
my Twitch is twitch.tv/sync78, and my Twitter is twitter.com/sync12. LOL.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, Kira. What'd you think? Who are you?
It was good fun. It was good fun. I mean, I'm pretty happy about that ending. That's for sure.
That was a good ending.
You acquired a dragon.
Really, I was like, what could she possibly do when leading this dragon off on her own? I literally did not consider that was an option, that you would just run off with him.
Yeah, pretty much. Peace. Yeah, I stream here on Twitch. I do lots of art, and I do D&D here and there. You can find me at Kira Blaze C, and yeah, lots of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for coming out here. All of you guys, this has been a lot of fun having all of you play.
Always a pleasure.
If anyone else who is watching here really enjoyed this and you want the chance to play D&D on Twitch, anyone is welcome to sign up for our one-shot series, Wandering Gods. The link is in chat right now. It's also the pinned tweet on my Twitter in case you missed that and want to sign up at some other time. But yeah, absolutely anyone is welcome. I reach out to streamers who I think would be interested, and viewers can just sign up anytime. So it's a lot of fun if you're at all interested. So yeah, thank you guys all for coming out here. We're going to end this with a raid. And we're going to send some love over to I know who we're gonna send some love to. We haven't rated this guy in a while. Lanthios is one of my favorite streamers personally. He's one of the people who got me into streaming, and he's online right now playing some Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. He's awesome. I love sending him love whenever I can, just because we're good friends. So go show him some love. I put the link in chat. Go ahead, copy and paste the thing that's being spit out there. And we're going to go ahead and spam his chat, show him all the love we can. Thank you guys, all of you, so much for coming out here and watching and playing. This has been great. I will see you next time, and as always, don't forget to take it slow. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.